And it's the final day of the swimming competition, and Singapore will be aiming to match its record away haul of 19 gold medals in this sport. So then, is that magic number 19 going to come from the women's 800 meters freestyle? And not many would have given Singapore teenager Gan Ching Hwee a fighting chance against Vietnam's swim queen Nguyen Vinh. But at the halfway mark, Gan assumed full control and would not relinquish her lead. Gan delivering Singapore's gold number 19 in a stunning upset and getting the congrats from the dethroned queen, Nguyen Vinh.
Coming to the race, I knew that I definitely wasn't a favorite, as you mentioned, but I still tried to focus on my own swim, and getting a goal was actually one of the targets for myself that I had coming into this race, and I just wanted to do my best in this race.
Singapore weren't done yet. Their record-setting gold number 20 came courtesy of Quah Zheng Wen, who won his 200-meter butterfly event at a canter. A strong start off the blocks, and Quah taking the lead from the first split. The rest of the pack left in his wake and playing catch-up. Quah's lead never in trouble. He cruised home for the win with a time of 1 minute 56.61 seconds. Silver going to Thailand, with Quah's compatriot Ong Jung-yi taking bronze.
For the silver, and it's a bronze as well on that swim.
To the blue ribbon race, the 50 meters freestyle should be an immensely tight one if the morning's heat are any indication. The reigning gold medalist, Singapore's Quah Zheng Wen, setting a new games record of 22.46 seconds. That was duly matched by compatriot Jonathan Tan. Tan, if you take a look, is in lane 4 and 5 for Tiong. The middle two, that is. So just don't blink, because Tiong coming up strong after the surface, nudging ahead for the first 15 meters or so. But Tan would seize the lead at the halfway mark. Tan touching home at 22.25 seconds. That's a huge trim off the national and SEA Games record, 0.2 of a second. Not bad for Tan, who was marking his SEA Games debut. And Tiong completes a Singapore 1-2, while bronze went to the Philippines.
Honestly, I'm still trying to process it. I didn't. I was just trying to aim for my PB, and I'm just very happy that I managed to achieve my goal.
Well, let's take a look then at the medal tally. And the Philippines have increased their gold tally, followed by Thailand and Vietnam. Even with golds from swimming, Singapore is now down in 5th. Good to see Timor-Leste, though, getting off the mark. 4 bronze medals for them so far.
Now, eSports has made its medal debut at this year's SEA Games, with host nation, the Philippines, winning the very first title. And Buena Bernal looks at the significance of this moment for the eSports community.
To Manila sports enthusiasts, the Philoil Flying V Center is a familiar sight, host to top-notch basketball games and various other sports leagues. But for the Southeast Asian Games, it is the venue for a different kind of sport. Esports, or competitive gaming, makes its debut at the 30th edition of the SEA Games, the first time that it's a medal event at an international multi-sport competition sanctioned by the International Olympic Committee. While it might not quite signal a full transition from niche to mainstream, esports inclusion in the SEA Games is expected to boost audience growth.
The esports industry has long struggled to rid itself of perceptions from more conservative quarters that gaming is a mere time and resource-consuming pastime. But sponsors and sports managers are now acknowledging the economic potential of esports as a spectator sport.
eSports being included in SEA Games definitely shows that eSports is now being slowly accepted into the mainstream. It's a good impact because there's going to be a big showcase on TV, on national TVs around the region, and to show even the people who are not in the eSports what is eSports about, and how do players play, and how do the venue looks like. You know, it's definitely a very good showcase for eSports at the national stage.
But there is still the debate on whether eSports competitors are considered athletes. Critics say the lack of physical exertion comparable to traditional sports means eSports do not require the same level of athleticism. But competitive gamers say it's a battle of mental fortitude and strategy. eSports requires critical thinking, eye-hand coordination, and quick reflexes. And like any sport, discipline, long hours of practice, and staying cool under pressure are crucial. At the Phil Oil Flying V Center, spectators are just as absorbed as watching any other sporting event.
Support lang po kasi first time na makapasok yung eSports sa SEA Games. Bali, first time po mangyari na may eSports, so support lang po sa mga player nating Pilipino. Medyo na-proud po ako kasi yung dating laro-laro lang ng tropa, naisasabak na po sa mga ganitong event po.
Esports athletes say that more than anything, it's about the community.
I think the greatest benefit I got was being able to meet so many people around the world, so many different cultures. I learned a lot as a person, just like interacting with other people and like seeing how other competitors also like to, they're also passionate towards this game, how they train and stuff like that. So it's kind of, I think it made me a better person.
The debate may still continue, but in the world of sports, nothing spells legitimacy more than an international podium finish. Juana Bernal, CNA, Manila.